The Sugar Show is in town, and yeah, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley took the title. He beat the reigning champ, Aljamain Sterling. He found the chin, he sniped him out. And if you listened to my previous video, you would have made money. I should have listened to myself if I could. I can't gamble here in the state of California. But if you listen to me, if you put your money on the Sugar Show, you could have made pretty good money. Yeah, the odds were against him, and he sniped them out at the beginning of the second round. First round, he was testing the waters. Aljamain had some success at the very end of the round, but then Sugar just waited for him. Aljamain rushed in, and he clipped him right on the chin, followed by a few ground and pound shots, and that was enough for the referee to stop the fight. So really, tremendous, incredible performance by O'Malley, considering then what we found out, that he could not have grappled. He could have grappled, but it wouldn't have went well for him. He did not train grappling whatsoever for the past 6 weeks. He had a torn muscle next, I think, close to his rib cage, from my understanding, and yeah, that would not have went well. So his only chance was to stand up and do what he did, and that's exactly what he did. Amazing, amazing. And then I think Aljamain that's the 1% thing that happened to Aljamain. He was not expecting this. He doesn't know what to do. He didn't know what to say on the microphone. He pretty much was honest right there on the spot, and he said, look, if Sean O'Malley can do this to me, then imagine Volkanovski, and that makes perfect sense. Why would he go up now? You can't just go up after a loss. It's different when you're in a Volkanovski scenario where you're just dominating everybody in your division, and then you move up and then you go, you know what, I'll come back. But in this case, it sucks. It sucks for him. It sucks also even more for Merab. He's, training partner, the guy that he doesn't want to fight, and Merab doesn't want to fight him. What is he supposed to do now? He has to wait for Aljamain to come back, do his thing, while he's going to be fighting who? For what? I mean, at this point, it should be Merab's shot at the title. What Aljamain does, I don't know. The only fight that really makes sense for him is the rematch, right? To do a rematch. But if he wanted that rematch so badly, he should have called it right there. He should have talked to Sean right they were in the cage and said, listen, buddy, I want a rematch. But no, he struck him so hard and he didn't think right? I mean, at this point, we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting, really, really interesting. We have Sean O'Malley right away booking the fight with Chito Vera in December. And it makes perfect sense. I don't think Sean O'Malley is finding an easy way out. I just think out of the top contenders, he's the only one available. You have an injured Merab. What I'm talking about is if once he comes back from injury, he's going to be in a tough position. You have Corey Sandhagen, who just had surgery. He's recovering as well. He's definitely out by. None of them are available by December. So him booking pretty much a short notice fight, maybe it's not short notice, but a few months from now, December is a bold move by O'Malley. And picking Chito is great. Cheeto's definitely didn't get injured, didn't get any. By the way, he won that same fight on that same night. His own fight versus Pedro Munoz. He was confident in his victory. He didn't take a lot of damage, so he should be ready for December. That's a cool call out. I like it. And I don't think O'Malley is trying to stay away from any worse guys than, Chito, challenging, a bit more of a bigger challenge. I think that's just the only fight that really makes sense in his title defense. And I think he sounds like he wants to defend the title versus everybody. He wants to beat everybody. He's not shying away from fighting anybody. And I think that's awesome. I think given the situation in the division right now where you have a lot of top contenders, a lot of injuries, Chito does make sense. After that, so you can get Merab, you can get Corey Sandhagen, and who knows with Aljamain what's going to happen. But yeah, that was the fight. Congratulations. Well-deserved. Hats off to the Sugar Show. The fight before that, we had Weili defending the title, as I predicted, in a dominant fashion. She outstruck by the most in history in the women's division. So that was a really, really incredible, really dominating performance. I mean, she wrestled out of her mind. She held her. She did whatever she wanted to do. There was only a couple of instances where Amanda had a chance to choke her, but no, she was just too strong, too well prepared for this. Amanda was, all she could do was congratulate her at the end. It was a really dominating performance by Weili. And the weird part is she didn't call out anybody right now. I mean, there's a few killers right there, and she probably wants revenge versus Rose. I don't know what's happening with Thug Rose. Is she ever coming back? Dude, I've heard absolutely no news about her. And yeah, we'll see what happens in that strawweight division. There's a few killers there that could contend for that. Now, calling Weili the best of all time in the women's category, pound for pound fighter at the moment, I'm not sure. It's hard to do that when you had somebody like Amanda Nunes. I feel like she has to do more. But we'll see. She was really, like I said, she improves with every fight. She's better and better. Her work ethic is out of this world. And just kudos to her. And then we had the Ian Gary fight. Ian Gary backed up his words. I mean, he beat the crap out of Neil Magny. Neil Magny's, those leg kicks, I mean, they were, boy, they hurt a lot. I mean, it was just painful to watch him chop up those legs. Now, on the other hand, you can always say, you can be a hater and say, you know what, why didn't he finish a one like Neil Magny? I don't know. I feel like he could have finished him, but he just decided to just keep chopping him, getting them down on the ground, getting him up, and just beating him. That was like his tactic for some reason. No, yeah, he, at the end of the fight, he didn't, obviously, as I expected, he didn't call out Shavkat. Nobody still wants to fight Shavkat. I'm advocating for Shavkat. Shavkat is currently my favorite fighter. I want Shavkat to fight somebody, really. He deserves it. Of course, he didn't call out Shavkat. He called out the easiest fight, in my opinion, in the top 10, which is Stephen Thompson. With all due respect, Wonder Boy, right? That's the easiest fight that he could have called out. And we've later found out that Stephen Thompson rejected that call out right away. Seems like Stephen Thompson wants to fight Usman. And sure, let those older guys have it, but I think the new fighters in this division are coming, and they're going to be ruthless. They're not going to have any respect for these old guys, and they're just going to walk all over them once the chance comes. And in these new fighters, I'm talking about the Shavkats, I'm talking about the Ian Garys, and there's probably a few others. I don't know if I would call Bilal a younger guy, but probably not. But sure, he's there. He wants to claim that title as well. So it will be very, very interesting in the welterweight division, just like in the bantamweight. It's an exciting time that's coming up for us. And then what other fights were happening there? I mean, those were the most significant fights. Honestly, I didn't really care much about the other fights, nor were they that interesting. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think? How long can Sean O'Malley defend the title for? How long can he keep this going? The Sugar Show. He says he wants to keep it until 2035. Obviously, that's a really, really very ambitious year to count by to be a champion until then. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Can he defend the title? Can he be a dominating champion? Is this a new era of the UFC where strikers are going to take over? Sure, it sounds interesting. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.